And it's just ridiculous that they could destroy a house to the point that they did in like 9 months. Dun dun dun! Hey guys, it's Mandy, and today I want to tell you guys about the worst experience that we have ever had in almost 20 years of renting properties out. So my family has owned a rental property business, like I said, for about 20 years, and my dad is the one that got into it, and he got into it kind of slowly. So this is about 5 years after he bought his first rental property. He bought the house that we're going to talk about right now. Everything had been going really well. He had a friend that was looking to sell his house. The friend was a police officer, and he and his wife had taken really good care of this house. It was a 3-bedroom, really nice house. They were looking to move out to the country, so they wanted to buy a house that had some land with it so they could have a little farm. And this house, while it was a nice house, it was on a small little lot, and so no potential to have any chickens or a garden or anything like that. So my dad bought the house. The very first tenants that he got in the house literally destroyed it, and I have all the pictures to show you. It was about 15 years ago though, and I was 10 or 11, but I can still remember walking into that house. I remember the smell and the carpet just being destroyed and all their junk everywhere, the dirty dishes in the sink. That house was just destroyed. And it's really sad because it had been such a nice house. The people lived in there for less than a year, and it's just ridiculous that they could destroy a house to the point that they did in 9 months. So let me show you some pictures. That's showing outside, the carport area. They just left a bunch of junk. This next picture is of the inside of the house. More junk, but you can see if you look at the carpet is just nasty, it's destroyed. And here's another picture. You can see the carpet is really bad. There's a hole in the wall, more junk. Here's a picture of just dirty dishes being left in the sink. Here's another picture of the outside. There's trash, but also they have destroyed the sliding glass doors. So both sliding glass doors, they've ripped the screens off. The one screen is still hanging onto the door frame, and the other one they've just thrown into the yard. It's crazy that anyone would leave a house this trashed and this destroyed, but it actually gets a lot worse. So the family that moved into the house, it was a couple, and then they had 2 kids, I believe. One was an older son, and then a younger kid, I think middle school age. I mean, I don't remember everything exactly because, like I said, I was 10 myself, but I just remember my dad talking about it. So at this point, you might be feeling sorry for the kids, but let me show you. So this is the older son's room, and he has just graffitied, the ceiling's graffitied, the walls are graffitied, the door. Actually, I probably shouldn't even call it graffiti because we're doing an injustice to the graffiti artist of the world, but he's just spray painted the house. And any teenager knows better than to spray paint someone else's property. I mean, that's just destroying property, right? Here's a bedroom. You can't even tell that this room is a bedroom at this point. It's just, the carpet's disgusting, there's trash, there's stuff everywhere. Another picture of that same bedroom, and if you look at the ceiling, you can see that the ceiling has been spray painted. Why anyone would spray paint a ceiling, I have no clue. It just goes to show that people do not care, they do not respect other people's property. If they haven't paid for it and bought it themselves, there's just absolutely no respect there. Okay, so here we are at the worst part, and these next pictures are going to be a little graphic. So basically, the people lived there with no water for the last month that they lived there. Somehow the water got shut off, and we did not get notified of that. So maybe because it was so long ago, or I don't really know what happened there. But normally today, if the tenant gets their water shut off, then we get notified, and it's a violation of their lease, so they either have to get the water turned back on or they have to leave the property. You cannot live in a house without water or without electricity. These people did. They lived in the house for probably a few weeks at least without any water. By the time we found the house, we had gotten a complaint from the neighbor that the grass wasn't being mowed, and so by the time we found out that the house was in such bad condition, the people had already left. So here is one bathroom. Pretty gross. This is actually after the water has already been turned back on, so you can imagine that it actually looked quite a bit worse when there was no water in the toilet. And then here's the second bathroom. So both bathrooms are just, I would say that the toilets are beyond repair. So that's just absolutely, I mean, I don't know how anyone could live like that. Yeah, those are all the pictures I have. Definitely, to date, one of the worst experiences that we have had in renting out properties. Now, my dad did take these people to court. I'm sure nothing came of it because, like I said, by the time we found the house, found out that it was in this condition, they had already packed up and moved away, and they were never heard of in our town again, or never heard from in our town again. He did take them to court. Unfortunately, I don't really know the details of that, and I also don't know the repair cost. I mean, just a pretty crazy, pretty gross experience. Definitely something that has just stuck in my brain, remembering walking into that house and just the smell and the condition of the house. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this story. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you have any questions or any suggestions for other videos. Thanks. Y'all have a good day. Bye.